Hey people, Injured here, 3v3, Khatrin Purification Plant, blue side. It's Gladio with a Lictor Alpha, a melee specialist that can infiltrate and disrupt with some powerful offense and a bit of support too. Alongside, BelC is a Kommando knob, infiltrating hero that can shoot you, stabs you and blows you up. Orky style, begins range combat with a twin link shooter. Looks like he's smacked his head there. And rounding off the blue team is Wendi with a Plague Champion. Starts off in ranged combat with the damage of a time bolter. Can get melee weapons, some decent utility and support. Can build turrets and repair, but is very slow. Red team, CalmDownMonkey is a Farseer support hero that fights in melee combat with some powerful buffs, debuffs and control abilities. Alongside here, hfseid with a Chaos Lord, durable and destructive hero, walks through objects and cannot be suppressed. Powerful offense and disruption fights in melee combat, taking some orky fire there. And rounding off the teams is Inekura with a Inquisitor, offensive hero with powerful control abilities, begins in melee combat but can get specialized ranged weapons. This is the Death Core of Krieg. BelC over on the east side against the Lictor, so expect some Khatrins to spot that sneakiness in the mid. Chaos Lord's having a good time, hits a very good kill of the week. Meanwhile, the CSM gets stunned. Here comes some Heretics, but they're taking damage from a flank. Can they get in safely? Slugger's staying in for a very long time. Might go down here, and they do go down. Sloppy play early on from BelC. Heretics get away. Shooter's now being tied up. Need to get those guys moving out of there, Bel. CSM moving into melee now, which is the way to go. Shooters eventually get out of there. BelC keeping his units in for a very long time. Now these guys being tied up. Thinks he can get a model maybe if he keeps them engaged. Plague Champion is helping, and CSM in retreat path. These CSM could be in trouble. Looks like Wendi did not move into melee though with the CSM, and wow, they did not drop a model. Pretty lucky. Howling Banshees though coming in from CalmDownMonkey, and those power weapons are bad news for the CSM. Now some sluggers to fight. Burners are up, so they are a little bit tankier, and Banshees getting in trouble now. Very chaotic opening in the mid. Looks like the Banshees will escape, but took some unnecessary damage. Farseer's here. Guide goes up on the Dire Avengers. It's one of her starting abilities, increasing the range and the damage of an allied unit. Sluggers get out of there. Bit overextended. And the Orks are kind of all over the place right now. East side. Looks like Inekura pushed back the Tyranids a bit. Got the contested power but did not node it. We have a Sentinel. We have no Khatrins yet. Gladio with a Warrior Brood. These guys start off as power melee, then jump into combat and also grant a basic synapse. Sentinel goes in for the stomp. Warriors dodged it, but the Hormagaunts did not. Now they're being overrun though. There's Hammer of the Witches, so I'm not sure how long Inekura can stay in this fight. Guardsmen do not like melee, even when they have bayonets. And these guys don't for some reason. They're the Krieg, damn it. Sentinel, I'm not sure how what the cooldown on the ground pound is, but it's not short enough to get another stomp, I don't think. Pushing through the Tyranids on the power there. West side. Farseer got a bit too close to a bunch of chaotic stuff. We have Havocs here for Wendi. Here comes the red team's Chaos player. hfseid with the Chaos Lord, and that Combi Flame is doing some work. Ties up the Havocs. Heretics getting forced off. Looks like they got a decap on that wreck point. Killed a weak. Only hits the Plague Champion. But does get away. Here comes some Orks with a flank. Might be a little bit outnumbered here. Nope, the Plague Champion's still in play. Should be able to clean this up, but the Plague Champion needs to push forward a bit. Again, BelC waiting way too long to start getting those shooter boys out of there. That Doom Blast suppressed them all. Here comes some sluggers though. Bunch of Daka. Heretics will escape with only 3 models. We do have stick bombs here for the Kommando. And there they go. Easily dodged by the Banshees, but they do hit the... In fact, he might have just been aiming at the Shuriken there. Banshees eating some shots. Taking a hell of a lot of damage. These are Eternal War CSM. You can tell by that little plus icon on their decorator there. 20% more damage. And it's proving quite painful for these red fellas. Farseer went down, as you saw. And blue team are going to take the west side. Very topsy-turvy all over the map so far. Inquisitors come mid. Inekura still doesn't have Khatrins. Sluggers do get away, but they took a hell of a lot of damage there. Lictor going for that contested power, which has been noded and genned. Capped the eastern side one. Meanwhile, West turns blue. There's the 2-1, 4-11 to 4-7-9, and players will start to think about tier 2. In fact, Gladio just went tier 2. Should the boys run? These guys should be using this energy shield a little bit better, but they instead flee, and Havocs are going to get flanked here by Chaos Lord. Not something you generally want to be flanked by. Who's he going after? Oh, he's trying to revive the Farseer. Might get it. Halfway they are, so it's going to be close. I don't think he's going to get it. Got the revive, but died. Farseer does get away. Maybe she will return the favour there. Still that 2-1 for blue. Heretics on heretic violence. These guys don't have an aspiring champion though, and CSM getting into melee too. Blue team retain the west side. Picking off in the mid. Lictor Alpha got stunned, most likely by the ground pound. Maybe Hammer of the Witches as well. Warriors are in there. Ground pound must have been used already, or it would be used now. And with the double termagants, it's a lot of pain for those guardsmen. Are they going to survive? Looks like they are. I think they're far enough away here. Yeah, Warrior Brood snap out of their charge. Knock over the Inquisitor though. They're doing a hell of a lot of work. No Khatrin. Seems like a big oversight over here for Inekura. Blue team are bashing power in the mid, and Kommando's having some fun. Level 2, and they're creeping forward here. The blue team had a couple of solid engagements. Touch of Nurgle Heretics. Not sure what they were. Oh, maybe Banshees here. I see a dead one. Big champion with the Mucus Discharge. That was the Breath of Nurgle you just saw there. Tier 2 all around, aside from Inekura, who is floating resources like absolutely crazy. Needs to be taken up here. Blood Crusher on the way for hfseid. Any war gear for the Inquisitor? Nope. Defended their power though, unless it was just all rebuilt or something. Havocs are suppressing these CSM. They can't get to the VP. We do have Havocs and a Shuriken. The Shuriken's going to try and flank it. Quick thinking from CalmDownMonkey. CSM are also in there. Maybe a grenade on retreats. Nope, they seem to drop energy there. Maybe that was just from the fleet that they used. 4-11 to 3-7-7 double cap, but it's going to turn into a 2-1 for red. They're getting a natural back. There's some dead sluggers, but they did live. There they are. War truck on the way. Zone thrope already on the field. Artillery support unit for Tyranids. Allows you to hit clumps of infantry. Do some work against setup teams and stuff. Also gives a nice little health regen synapse. Chaos Lord's still down over here. Farseer now moving in. Rune armor is in. Psychic Storm is nasty. But there's a bunch of stuff here. Yeah, she backs away. Smartly backs away. Should have been supporting the revive attempt. hfseid, maybe he didn't know what was going on. That's why you should always call out your revives. Lictor Alpha being sneaky, and he's got corrosive claws and deadly jump, and still no Khatrin over here to spot him from Inekura. Bloodletter's on the way for Yang Wendi. That was the Malignant Blindness Global, I believe, from hfseid, which hugely limits the weapon range and sight range of enemy units. All enemy units on the map. You can set up some really good pushes with that global. There's the Psychic Storm, suppressing the CSM. The Plague Champion didn't seem to get suppressed there. Maybe he was just moving a bit quicker. We got some pink Bloodletters. Or is that Lilac? Very Slaneshi is what it is. We've got Sluggers with a Knob Leader getting out the war truck a little bit haphazardly there, but they're getting into melee. Chaos Lord's on his feet and promptly dies. No kill the week there. Maybe he didn't even know they were revived. It's all kicking off west side. Tyranids are here now, catching some Eldar unaware and some chaos stuff. Farseer runs away. Falcon on the field here for Calm Down. And tier 3 for Inekura. They do have some stormtroopers. Plague Marines up for Yang Wendi. Might see a bunch of tier 3s now. 354, 367. Autark dropped in by Calm Down. The grenades hit nothing. Quick on her feet. Can tie things up in melee. Also support with those Nice leaps she can do. They heal nearby allies and also give them a few buffs. And disruption, of course. You just saw her knock stuff over. Very useful, but she often dies like relatively quickly. People overestimate how tough she is, and she it's like her speed gets her in trouble sometimes. Moves so quickly, she finds herself isolated all of a sudden and goes down. Falcon taking shots from Plague Marines. That's a missile launcher that will snare targets, but they're very slow, so the Falcon is still able to get away. Avoid another shot. Here comes a Shuriken, some Dire Avengers. We have an autocannon for the Havocs. Good damage to all targets, small area of effect. It's going to be painful for these Eldar fellas. Not sure what they're doing here. That's the Psychic Storm. But I don't think it affects the autocannon. Yeah, autocannon doesn't actually have a cooldown, I don't think. A little bit weird. Grenades going in very, very late. But hey, they went in, and the Dire Avengers did escape. Did the Shuriken escape? The Shuriken did escape also. Blood Crusher takes down the War Truck. This thing doing some work. Might go down here though with a Plague Marine shot going in. They did not follow quickly enough. We got some Nurgle worship and a Nurgle Shrine. Nurgle Shrine, if you worship it, allows you to reinforce nearby allies. It's pretty handy, as well as that heal and suppressing nearby enemies. 339 to 333, very close on VPs, and a big old fight on the west side. Blood Crusher went back in. I don't think you should have done that, buddy. Our Space Marines using Slaughter and switching to melee weapons on the Blood Crusher for some reason. It's not going to do a whole lot, but I think the Blood Crusher is going to go down. Used its Demonic Roar there to back things off for a second, but one more shot, I think, from the Plague Marines is going to do it. Even just a bunch of regular melee damage might do it. Are you going to turn and shoot, fellas? No, did not turn and shoot. Miraculously, the Blood Crusher gets away, and we do have some Khorne worship here to heal it up. Chaos Havocs having to back off. Blue team retain the west side. Falcon here providing some support, allows it to reinforce and transport allied infantry. What is this? It's a Leman Russ for Inekura. Executioner on it, which is a rapid firing. That thing, there it is. It's nasty. Big old plasma cannon. Could have bashed power maybe, but wants to steal the eastern power first. Chaos Dreadnought for Yang Wendi. Start with an autocannon and a nasty looking claw. Have some Wraith Guard now, mincing those sluggers. Blood Crusher trying to commit suicide again. Farseer's got a Doombringer now. Psychic Storm misses everything. Not sure who that was even aimed at. Spirit Stones are in also. Allows you to get quick revives with the heal, as well as a very nice AoE heal. Kommando with a special shooter, Orks shotgun that can just wreck stuff. What's he going for here? Going for a stick bomb throw. Heretics. Only lost 2 models. Nurgle smiles upon them. That's a Noxious Cloud from Yang Wendi, one of the global abilities of the Plague Champion. Takes out the Shuriken. The Wraith Guard, though, are pretty tough and do get away. Farseer tying up a Kommando. Very little support, though. A Mark of Khorne Dreadnought being upgraded right in the field. I guess it's relatively safe. Here comes a Falcon. Does have some anti-vehicle weaponry. See it doing some work against the Dreadnought there. Farseer needs to run. Does not run quickly enough. And is tossed aside by the Chaos Dreadnought. 339 to 249. Here's an Inquisitor from the east side. Has the Purgatus, and there it is. A little one to stun the Plague Marines. A little bit of a waste there, maybe. Blood Crusher going in on the Blood Rage Dreadnought, which I think has got it into a whole bunch of trouble. That's a Rocks, though. And that could be very nasty. I don't think the Leman Russ was... Oh, it was hit right at the end. Dreadnought and the Sentinel go down. Grenades on the Plague Marines almost took him out. Might still take him out. How are there still 2 models here? That's amazing. These Dire Avengers need to be careful. Yep, duck inside the Falcon. Nothing here that can really threaten it. Just regular piercing and melee damage. Double CSM with Eternal War. No aspiring champion. Oh, these fellas have one. Here's that Blood Crusher again. This guy's been amazing. hfseid must have been having to reinforce quite a lot, because I didn't see anything else come out in Tier 2 and never been able to go Tier 3 yet. Orks leaping forward with her power melee Executioner Spear. Needs to be careful though. Just saw her knocked over. That was the passive knockback chance of this special shooter. Gonna get herself killed. Down she goes. Very rarely does she make it into Tier 3, let alone the end of the game. CalmDownMonkey was just about to hit Tier 3 as well. Wraithguard are quite painful, and there's the Malignant Blindness again from the Chaos Lord. Blue team have been holding this west side for a while though. They're kind of throwing things into the meat grinder and coming through the other side. Inferno Pistol for Inekura now. Anti-everything weapon with relatively short range and the awesome Judgment ability. Barb Strangler. Can't effect a very, very scary thing. Would love another Leman Russ, I'm sure, with the Vanquish. We have Heretics repairing a Leman Russ. I don't think that's in the manual, fellas. There's those Stormtroopers with Assault Kit. Still a... Oh, red team have this eastern side back. I got my sides mixed up there for a second. Another Chaos Shrine for Nurgle. Bit of an odd place to put it. Could be hit from the mid. And it's right next to the VP. But we'll see how it does. I guess it allows them to move their line forward a little bit. Stormtroopers being all sneaky like. Inquisitor goes for the revive. They're taking damage from an autocannon. Does get it though, and it levels her to 3. Now getting her mandate, which gives her invulnerability and a big speed bonus while it's active. Here comes that awesome Blood Crusher again. Almost level 3 this fella. Gonna eat a Plague Marine shot though, and autocannon shots too. Leman Russ in support, and just minces stuff. Look at that. Chaos Lord also in there. Special attack, level 3 this fella. And goes down. I think he had Armor of the Inferno there. Had some kind of armor on, didn't quite see what it was. Tyranids trying to flank. Electroshock grubs on that Dreadnought. Markov Zinch here from hfseid. And it's in trouble, taking a lot of damage. Ouch! Holy crap, Manticore Strike there from Inekura did a hell of a lot of work to the Tyranids. This is a pretty chaotic fight between the mid and the west side here. Tyranids going back the other way now. Is that Seer Council? It is. Seer Council on the field from CalmDownMonkey. Power melee squad that support nearby units with a range damage reduction. Chaos Lord's back to his feet. Don't think hfseid realizes though. What is that? Is that a Noxious Cloud? I believe it is from Yang Wendi. And blue team had a bad fight there. BelC and Yang down to just 2 units. 339 to 50, 1-to-1 cap. And that might have swung the momentum in red team's favour there. We need to cap up those western points. A couple of wreck points they could grab. Seer Council. Like messing up the pathing of this Falcon, or is it the other way around? They are almost wiping out the Sluggers. Burner bomb thrown in by the Commandos, but just as the Seer Council leapt out of it. Didn't drop a model, I don't think. No, they didn't. And there's a big old heal from the Farseer. Oh, I didn't even realise she was in there. Couldn't see her without her indicator. 325 to 50. 2-to-1 cap for red. They got a lot of VPs to make up, though. Blue team do have time to recover. Flash kits on the way for BelC. Gladio can get another Carnifex up soonish, if they wish. A tier 3 Lictor might be good too to help put pressure on its natural. But here's a Shrine to Khorne. Shrine of Khorne, I should say. For hfseid, which will spawn Bloodletters to help defend the VP. Good idea. The Gartus goes off. This Shrine is still up. Here's Let the Galaxy Burn. Inferno Pistol shooting Heretics. A bit overkill. An Inferno Pistol for a Heretic. Autocannon Heavy Weapon Squad here. 297 to 50. Tyranids having a go at the mid. This Dreadnought is going to die if it's not careful. Electroshock Globs, but a big old rocket run from Inekura and very well hit. Done some nasty abilities with the Manticore Strike and now that. And as a Manticore Strike coming in afterwards, Gladio just had a bad engagement. And by engagement I mean ate some rockets. The Dreadnought actually got away. Flash kits here with blasters. Not entirely sure why. I guess they'll mess up these CSM. Should have recovered with looters and knobs, I think. But knobs are expensive. Farseer is fleeting around. Oh, she's retreating, is she? Okay, she's moving very fast. 279 to 50 still. And red team need to hold. I think now's the time. Now that blue team are reeling, try and put a little bit of pressure on that natural VP of theirs. Don't be predictable. Don't be static. Here we see some stormtroopers trying to do so from Inekura. With a Vanquish Illumin Rust now being very strong in the late game Inekura. Fire Prism for CalmDownMonkey to help smack things around. They're trying to cap here. Falcon's done really well too. Level 4 has that shield now. 255 to 50. They are ticking down. What is blue team's plan? All rush mid, maybe. Here's a bunker, most likely a repair bunker for all these red vehicles. There's some Marco Zinc CSM. Plague Marines, have you leveled up, fellas? Level 2, well done. Heretics on repair duty, and that shrine is still there. We have a Neurothrope. I'm not expecting that. Yang Wendi, what are you waiting for, buddy? Maybe a Great Unping one. Would certainly be a very good frontliner. There's the Paroxysm. And Eldar just kind of wandering into it. That does percentage-based damage from the Neurothrope. Flesh Hook. Farseer is isolated here. Bunch of barbed stranglers on her face. And she runs away. Kicking off in the mid. Blue team are outgunned. They need to be very careful with these fights. Plague Champion now with a Plague Fist will help him cap. But the Seer Counts will deal with him quite easily there. 212 to 50. Plague Champion goes down. Falcon, though, is going to fall, I think. There's an Eldritch Storm. Falcon does fall. Eldritch Storm, I think they were expecting the Tyranids to move back a little bit. But as it stands, didn't do a whole lot. So I think it killed a warrior model, maybe. 202 to 50. 199. Now, ticking it down. Fire Prism's there. This is a very good target for a Fire Prism. Are you going to shoot for that? There you go. And those double tanks have been very solid for Inekura. Blue team are slowly recovering and doing some damage in these engagements. We have some Chaos Terminators now with an auto cannon for Yang Wendi. I think they had another unit at some point, didn't they? Was it Havocs or something? Maybe Heretics. Plague Champion down. It's a tricky place to revive to. Chaos Predator for hfseid. Another Carnifex for Gladio. Can never have too many of those guys. Inquisitor's level 5 now fully kitted out with that Mandate in. Not sure what she's up to here. Mandate goes up. Purgatus, a very small Purgatus targeting the Commandos, of which we have 2 for BelC. What are you fellas up to? Maybe you wanted to go after the VP? You got caught. Warrior Brutal spot him. Blue team going for the decap, didn't quite manage it. We do have a rocket launcher Kommando. Powerful anti-vehicle weapon, especially since this guy can sneak around. Mega Boom Kit and those stick bombs. But red team look relatively solid. We do see the Tyranids go for the natural. Can they respond quickly enough? There's stuff here already. Double CSM, a tank, and a Dreadnought. Not to mention these fellas. Blue team need to work together here to stand a chance. If they all rushed mid, I think they could cap it. Might not be able to hold it. They might mix things up a bit, make this stuff go mid as things move. They get caught, get taken out perhaps, especially with this sneaky Kommando, who's level 8, doing a hell of a lot of damage with his rocket launcher. BelC says go, go. Tyranids formation on the east side. Those Wraithguard dead? What are they up to? Maybe they got into a webway that was over there, which can bug out the graphics sometimes. Seer Council get dealt with. This is a unupgraded Carnifex. Down goes the Dreadnought. Oh, Plague Champion's alive. 108 to 50. Chaos Lord right in the thick of it. Level 6. Plague Champion's going after him. Smack. And red team are being pushed back in the mid a little bit. They are going for the west with a sneaky Kommando. You can decap under infiltration, so you should be able to see that at least. Tyranids marching on the mid. It's a good push so far from the blue team. Those Leman Russes, though, are a big roadblock. Terminators moving in, trying to get into some melee maybe with their power fists. No, they're happy to stay in range stance for now. What's the Plague Champion doing? Trying to steal the bunker, I think. Yeah, so no more repair bunker for those guys. And blue team take the west side. Was not expecting that. And look at the damage they're doing here. Fire Prism's going to fall. Tank Buster does some real work. Can they push against the Leman Russes? Leman Russes need to get moving in Inekura. Red team are taking back the west side. Plague Marines trying to get shots in, but being tied up by the Inquisitor now. Where did the Terminators go? Here they are. By the Seer Council here, they are. Not going after them though. Big mistake, I think, from CalmDown. Could have maybe even finished them off with a big old chase. 84 to 42. Red team retaking the west side pretty quickly. And blue team pushed back a bit. Gladio still with 2 Carnifexes, both of them Barb Stranglers, and a Gene Stealer Brood. Oh, Terminator dropped a model there from the Farseer. 72 to 42. It's very, very close. Predator needs some repairs. We have an avatar now for CalmDown. And triple Leman Russes for Inekura. Getting another Vanquisher. Shoot down those Carnifexes. 2-to-1 cap still. Orks giving a go of it on the west side, but hey. Found avatar of like a war god. Try and deal with that, Greenskins. They are running that away. Neurothreat will do a lot of work with its paroxysm. Needs some energy though. Lictor's in there. But yeah, it's a tough fight for the Lictor. Let's put it that way. Allowing them to push back the blue team with just a single unit basically. And VPs are evened up. Feel like the blue team are running out of time. A Land Raider Phobos on the way for Seid. You have triple Commandos for BelC. That could be fun. 3 burner bombs thrown on something. Chaos Predator for Yang. With Marco Zinch. Needs to be careful showing that rear armor. Looks like it's going to get away with it. Blue team certainly have some stuff here. Can they put it all together though? Oh, that would have been a very juicy shot there from those double barb stranglers. Those fellas didn't move. Doom on the Chaos Terminator is teleporting forward to avoid the Avatar. Avatar's taking a lot of damage here. Predator on it. Plague Marines on it. 15 to 42. Red team running out of time. That was nasty, and that's a nuke from Seid. GG, says Inekura. Nasty nuke at the end. Red team have done it. Good turnaround. It's a big fight that the blue team couldn't quite recover from quickly enough. They had a good go though. Had a very good go. And there it is. Red team take it. With 42 VPs remaining. Level 3 Lictor Alpha. We had a level 9 Kommando. Certainly had some fun. With one eye. And a level 6 Plague Champion there. Not sure if he had Armor of Pestilence. I assume so. Oh, maybe not. Only 867 hit points. Don't think they did. Farseer level 10. Chaos Lord level 6. And a level 7 Inquisitor. Finished very strongly in Inekura, those triple Leman Russes. Thank you for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you next time.